Hey, good night, y'all. It's Tuesday the 21st, 2024, May. Like I did that. May 21st, 2024. It's a Tuesday. So yeah, I'm gonna put something up. I don't I'm getting the hang of it though. I'm getting the hang of how to do this. My subscribers is coming slower than everybody else. Guess I'm not the favorite onlooker. And what I gotta say, people gonna be like, "Oh my god, this is what he's saying." Especially when I reacted to the Diddy and Cassie video, and I gave my opinion. I wasn't joyriding like everybody else. Like, oh my god, you know. And like I said, I'm a human being. So first and foremost, my opinion is gonna vary, and it doesn't necessarily mean I'm speaking from personal experience. So just a flashback when I said, well, the video came out with Cassie and Diddy, and I was like, well, I ain't gonna go too hard on that because Cassie signed up for some stuff, you know, and everybody like everybody just trauma impacted. Like, no one deserves that. No one deserves to go through that. Let me tell you something. I don't know what people deserve, but I know getting out there in the streets and putting together a drug organization and selling drugs, and next thing you know, things start happening in respect to try to get that money. I'll be honest with you. When the feds come, whoever's selling them drugs, they already know how it's going down. And so, what am I talking about? Hold on. There we go. What am I talking about? I'm talking about when we as human beings, we get involved with certain things, and then the residual effects start happening, whether it's bad or good. We tend to we ain't never evolved. You know, I Scrappy. He wants to fade. Anybody who talking about they want to fight that man and they've been around that man, they know what time it is with that man. Or if they didn't know what time it is with him, but they understood how this industry go, they just being hypocritical right now. Scrappy say, he done beat Bambi ass. He got the nerve because there ain't nobody got no videotapes of him. But I'm gonna leave him alone because he ain't really no celebrity. I don't know what he produced besides Love and Hip Hop and when he was signed with G Unit. And he just been a fixation in the Atlanta scene, and that was it. Other than that, I don't even know what he did. Yeah, he had a car accident. He was down there selling drugs. He had a conspiracy. Same shit. You know, a lot of these dudes, I don't be trying to be critical of what they are and what they're about, but they don't really contribute too much for me to be like, ooh, Scrappy said he want to fight P. Diddy. Seriously, look at who the people we talking about here. It's waste. Anyway, moving along. Elections, y'all. These are the topics I like. Because what's going on in this country economically, we being programmed right now. And I've seen it. I've lived that long to see where the Democrats, they shell out a bunch of these temporary jobs and make them look permanent, and everybody running to work and everybody talking and nobody making no real investment with these paychecks. It's like, yeah, I'm taking care of my family. Women spending half the money getting their nails and hair done. Um, they paying iPhone bills. Everybody going out there working hard, beating the concrete up, doing whatever they got to do, mixing it up, just to get money for frivolous things. That's how I'm seeing it. That's my opinion. But yeah. So I was looking at a video today, and I was like, man, I identify, man. That shit hit home. The dude was saying that we here going through an economical struggle, and they done made way for a whole migration camp to come over here, and now they're affording them the opportunities and giving them the money that we supposed to be trying to get at. And so it's like it's a conflict of interest. And so everybody's like, well, how they expect to provide for them and we over here been struggling? Listen, America is a business. I'm pro patriot. I'm pro American, so I kind of understand the situation. Some things I don't agree with, and some things I just totally understand. Sometimes agreeing with something doesn't mean you understand it, and sometimes understanding something doesn't mean you agree with it. The thing what I try to explain to people is that I do understand the way how the American government functions, whether it's Republican or Democrat administration, but doesn't mean that I'm in agreement with it. There's plenty of times I've been in agreement with the government and their decisions that they make. When it comes to domestic affairs, I came to agree with them. I even understood the situation prior to the agreement, and some things they do, I don't even can't even fathom why they would take these initial steps. I'm sick of trying to talk about people of color. I don't even know if that's an appropriate statement. Uh, we at a time in our lives right now where we are highly opinionated, but it seems like we got the energy for each other more than defending what we really supposed to be representing. Um, I like when we got unity going on, but it seems like we've been taught to be the entertainment part of humanity. So controversy is a major part of entertainment when it comes to sustaining whatever we represent. And so right now, what's happening right now, everybody going against everybody. I see a lot of people, they're banding together when they got things in common. You know, a lot of them anti Puff Daddy, anti the industry. Some people for the industry. Some people saying they don't know what's going on. Some people saying the industry been wicked for years. Life, man, got ups and downs. Life got some things you shouldn't do and some things you maybe you should have done. Um, Doubling down again, like I said, it's an election year. I'm intimidated because if they reelect Biden, I'm not so sure how this is gonna go. If they reelect Trump, I'm still not so sure how it's gonna go because when I'm one of the original Black Americans that decided that Trump was necessary, and my vote would be for Trump, right? And I wasn't welcomed with some, I wasn't welcomed in the community by some of my peers. I mean, you know, I'm gonna go to the you know, to the community and still chill or whatever, conversate. But a lot of my peers was like, bro, something off with you. You know, you considering Donald Trump for president. But then when I try my best to look at everything else that was being presented, you got somebody like Biden dead and 100 years old telling people like me, if I don't vote for him, I'm not black. This is a mockery. If somebody was like, well, you feel some type of way when he said that, but look at Trump saying vote for him, black people really ain't got nothing to lose. Realistically speaking, Trump was right. For what we done been through in this country and what others done witnessed we've been through in this country, we really ain't had nothing to lose at that point. So giving him a try, I was for it because he wasn't the ordinary politician. So now we back, and I gotta say I never seen the United States. I never seen these communities in this state of crisis in most of my life living on the earth. I'm even more closer to my God than before, and I pray constantly. I've never doubted certain things, but in particular, I've never doubted myself as much as I did this year. I try to keep away from that personal brand of thinking and think about what I'm going through personally because I'll be on here boo-hooing every day. So I just try to keep in conglomerate uh, a compilation of issues that's happening everywhere, and I just try to keep the topic platonic. And yes, I do give my personal opinion more so, but I have never seen too much. I have never seen these situations and scenarios that I'm seeing now. I don't even know if it's worth dating. I don't even want to have an opinion because I don't want to deem the hater or womanizer or someone that dislike women. Like I had an opinion where yeah, with the Cassie and Diddy situation, and someone was like, "Well, I don't know what black woman hurt you," and I'm like, "I ain't never been hurt by no black woman. I've been in ups and downs. I had mishaps. I don't know if it's hurt. Maybe it's hurt. Maybe it's pain. I don't know. But all I know, I try to speak equally on the stuff. And when I have an opinion, I try to have an open mind. And like I said, it's unfortunate for what that girl been through, and that is so sad. But she rich now. A lot of people been through a lot, man, and they didn't publicize what they. A lot of these artists. I'm quite sure you just don't get rich overnight like that. That's a few instances, but for the long part, for the most part, when you are individuals like Cassie and a lot of other individuals who may not be as talented as they procure to be, and they get with individuals like that, you know something happening behind the scenes, man. And it gets ugly. And then we human beings, I guess we love to be entertained. We running with that. So now that's why I'm like, honestly, when you look at it in general, is it worth dating right now? In particular, I'm gonna say me. I don't I don't know if it's worth dating anybody right now with all the situations. I was looking at another disposition where they said people over 50, the divorce rate with people over 50 are triple or double from what it was 20 years ago. Divorce is up 50%. So many things when it comes to the family, people are like, okay, yeah, we'll stay together for raising the kids. But as soon as the kids out the nest, they don't want to be around each other. Like this world is crazy. So it kind of reminded me when I was little and I used to be reading the Bible and listen to sermons and listen to the elders they preaching. Like how we had this thing about the last days, and I'm trying to figure out what is the last days because it seems like as everybody start aging, it become the last days. But they try to have it in general, like, oh, the last days, like, right, like Revelation in the Bible, the last days is coming, these are the signs. To me, the last days only constitute when somebody doesn't get old and live their life, and that's their last days. Don't If you on your last days, don't try to put me on my last days. And if I'm on my last days, I ain't trying to put nobody on my last days. So that's how I'm looking at this situation with the last days. But then when you really look at it, man, in these times, we're looking at kids ain't got no respect for their parents. Parents not understanding how to procure respect from their kids. I got two children, and I love my children dearly, and I was in their life 100%. Not like, oh, I go somewhere and I come back and I just see my kids. I was taking care of them. I was with them. I drove the mother. The mother, women, some women, they're territorial, and it's like animals. She hate me so much and got so mad because I wanted to be in my kid's life. And the stigma and the stereotype dispositions that been happening within these family structures. I've tried. I was like, I'm not following those cycles. However, you see the system. The system is still warped just as everybody else. How you think a single mother is a single mother? Because 9 out of 10 times, if the system didn't have that situation going on where the fathers is not really a liability, and the mothers had to adhere to certain things, and there was certain equality and requirements that everybody. Instead of just saying, "Oh, well, the man, he just ain't gonna stick around for his responsibility." That's just bullshit. Human beings, if you're a responsible human being, you're a responsible human being. If you ain't a responsible human being, you're not a responsible human being. Doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, or child. And so, for them to try to make it look like how a man is, you can't determine how I am because I'm fighting for dear life, and I'm fighting against a system that try to figure out if I'm crazy or not because don't no other man fight for their kids. Or if you got to go through things with your kids, you got to concur to what they present on the table. That's why to me right now it ain't worth having no kids. Procreate with anybody. In particular, if you didn't make the right choices to procreate with the right person. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this video off because I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up. I wish y'all to subscribe and give me more views. I don't even know. I can't be dancing and singing and shaking my ass. I ain't got shit to show, but I can look the best possibility way. Like I said, I'm a cancer patient. Um, I got a lot to offer if people would receive it. So subscribe.